It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. We got a video about O'Shea Duke Jackson. Anton said he clapped her cheeks, but she proved this. Now wait a minute, because isn't this nigga supposed to be married? And the reason why I say that, because he makes it known that he has been married for damn near over 20 years or some shit along those lines, and that he has a very happy marriage, and his wife is in, she acts the way that a married woman is supposed to act, and he acts the way that a husband is supposed to act. So who cheeks is getting clapped, my nigga? Because what's going on? But let's get into this video and let's hear what we're talking about. Come on, man.
Infamous creators on the YouTube platform, Black YouTube in particular, typically have a few things in common. Number one, they don't really focus on thumbnails, good titles, or post-edited videos. No, they're above that. Their ability to attract an audience or attract demand goes beyond the technical way of making a YouTube video. These dudes are supreme. They are YouTube personalities. When you talk about people like Tommy Sotomayor, the legendary Kevin Samuels, even Fresh and Fit, and of course Anton Daniels, these guys can break all of the rules, but they appeal to the emotions of people each and every day. With Fresh and Fit, it was with women and controversy. Tommy Sotomayor, it was hair-hatted hooligans and just crashing out. With Kevin Samuels, it was the frustrations and then resolutions between the black and female dynamic and relationships. But with Anton Daniels, it was different because Anton Daniels didn't represent, at least up front, what Kevin was about, or what Tommy was about, or what Fresh and Fit was about. Anton Daniels represented this.
I do it for a greater purpose. You know what I'm saying? I know that in order for me to be able to tell other people that they got to move a certain type of way, or to give them the blueprint on how it is that they can be successfully married, I have to be a reflection of the thing that I advocate for. So it's different from me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that I don't love beautiful women around me. It don't mean that I'm not going to have, that I don't check out chicks or whatever, so on and so forth or whatever. I just don't believe that A, they not worth my time. B, they ain't even close to the quality of the woman that I have. C, I also want to be the man that I would love for my daughter to marry. And then D, I have a higher expectation on my life, and I esteem myself greater than what normal people would esteem themselves. So I just hope.
All that sounds good to me, right? Like no matter who said that, that sounds good to me. But the thing is with a lot of these niggas, is that they can say a lot of good shit, but are you living it though? Are you living the way that you talking? Are you setting up an expectation that you can't even exceed, that you can't even meet yourself? That's where a lot of people run into issues at. It's not what you're saying is wrong. It is if you're living the same advice that you're giving.
Myself to a higher standard than other people do.
But then this happened.
At first, his message felt like accountability, make better decisions, stop blaming the world, own your outcomes. That kind of talk resonates with men, especially men who feel invisible. And for a while, it worked. But here's the thing about critique. If it isn't balanced with humility, it doesn't stay critique. It hardens. It becomes judgment, then disdain, then contempt. And once success shows up before self-awareness, that transformation speeds up. That's where the money comes in. Money changes people, especially when it comes fast. It doesn't just change what you can buy. It changes what you can access. New rooms, new attention, new opportunities, and new temptations.
I want to give a shot to the brother React with Rob. He made a really good video on this called The King Has Fallen, The Rise and Fall of Anton Daniels. Give him a round of applause.
Damn.
Anton Daniels painted himself as a...
That's the thing too, right? Especially in America. Wealth is everything. All right? That's the most important. That rules society. As you can see with the whole Epstein shit that's going on. Why aren't these niggas arrested? Release the files. But the thing is that people respect wealth, people respect money, people respect status. As much as they try to act like they don't, or as much as they try to step away from that, most people, that's all you need, and you have their attention. Your words mean more because you show what you are preaching, right? But once people can take a look behind that curtain and they can see how you really moving, that's when the whole glam and glamours wear off. That's when you're seen as a regular person, you know? So it's like, how long can you hide your misdeeds? How long can you hide that you're living a totally different life than you portray on the internet?
Man that was faithful to his wife, a man that would never cheat. Unfortunately, we all know what Anton Daniels will become a little bit later on, because he would say that, well,
five hoes over there. Why I care about what a is saying? I always got a bad chick with me. 100% of the time. I don't go out of town unless I got a bad chick with me.
Right.
But he don't know that. He don't know that I do what the I want to do when I want to do it. Damn.
Man, it tells us all this time. A nigga not thinking straight. A nigga letting his emotions getting away with his bag. Getting away with the bigger things. If that's the life you was living, why do you have to prove that you got bad bitches with you? Okay, if you know you living that way, live it. Fuck it, let him say what he want to say, right? But you talking about you already got a bad bitch with you. Uh-oh, all right, Anton, you speaking on some shit that you weren't supposed to speak on. You feel me? Now it's starting to get into that territory of, all right, Chatty Cathy, it's time to zip it up. Hey, man, but you know, niggas' emotions get there. They start saying things. They start wanting to prove a point. They start wanting to get the one up. But the thing on the internet is, who truly wins, right? Who truly wins this interaction? People are going to have their opinion either way. So you might as well do whatever you guys do, to make it out in one piece, my nigga. I'm going to keep it real. Protect the bag at all costs, right?
I know. I'm kind of beating up that clip a lot. But we would see some holes in his armor. I mean, because he says he's a Christian, right? We know that. But then there were some situations in which Anton Daniels would be disrespecting people on panels, and it was getting bad.
That ain't changed. I didn't change that when we was on the phone. Yo, my wife checked you straight up in the comments. Real talk.
Check me. Your wife can't check me.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. That's exactly what she did. But the point is that the same way I am offline was the exact same way I am on the show, and I don't switch up for nobody. Not one person.
But wait, there's more.
That's a nigga.
Not one person.
You a. That's right.
You a. Yo. I was in Chicago. No, bring him back. He a beta.
So this young lady is named Tawana. I haven't seen her in a while on the platform, but you know, Tawana used to be on the Lapeef Network podcast, and that is
calling that nigga a beta. You better all call him a bitch. I ain't gonna hold you. Beta? You're a beta. I don't know about that one. That sounds kind of a little yucky.
Tawana's fiance, who literally was crashing out on Anton. Now, there are other rumors out there that I cannot substantiate.
I ain't gonna lie though. Him hopping in a camera like that does look kind of iffy. If anything, Shawty should just hung up. But you hop in the camera, what are you gonna do, my nigga? What are you gonna do in the camera? Okay? Especially on these type of panels, you ain't gonna look like someone who did something good in the situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna look like the emotional one. But it is what it is, though.
About what may have happened or may not have happened with Tawana and Anton as far as friendships or, you know, enemies, I'm not sure. And that's not important. The issue is Anton Daniels is a man who puts himself out there as a man who respects his wife. He doesn't want to cheat. And other people are not like him. In other words, he has respect for his wife. He can't find anything better than that. Now, this is really good because for people within the Black love context.
Sound good. All that shit sound good. But how you really living, bro?
We want to believe that people like Anton exist in the Black community. And they may exist, right? But Anton is putting it out there as if he can't fall from grace, and he would never fall from grace. This is what he's saying. But then the reality is that Anton Daniels was acting in weird ways that a married man, well, maybe should never do.
Was that he got up there and he was, telling people that basically they shouldn't watch me. So damn. So you want to affect my business? You want to affect my views? But the number one thing that he said that really bothered me was he got up there and said, y'all over there watching her, getting advice from her, and y'all ain't even
Ooh.
So guys,
hold on, wait a minute. What?
Her getting advice from her, and y'all ain't even
So guys,
Sheesh. Ain't gonna lie. If he said that, that's definitely implying that he done cracked, my nigga. I'm gonna keep it real. That's implication right there. That's like a nigga talking about some, damn, y'all getting her number, y'all didn't even get the hit. Y'all didn't even hit. That's implying that I hit without, you feel me, having to do all that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, real niggas can read between the lines, bro. I'm reading between the lines. Ooh, shit. Hasn't this nigga been married since he's like out of high school? Hey, man. Hey.
this is Six the Goddess. Now, Six the Goddess stopped the show. It's so fine. Woo! I had to say that. I mean, she know it, but I'm just gonna say that. In her and Anton Daniels, I want to say they were collaborating. I don't know any more than that. But she basically publicly ended her friendship or her collaboration with Anton Daniels back in April 2023. In fact, the name of the video that she's talking about here is called I Plan on Moving Forward and Keeping It Player. But here we go. And on that particular video, the first thing that she played was an excerpt from Malcolm X about the house Negro and the field Negro. But then what Six the Goddess would come out and say about Anton Daniels would be shocking.
You know, for married men to be out here insinuating that you should not support a woman in business unless you're having sex with her is dangerous. And this is exactly why I discontinued my friendship with him and any business relationship with him, because the rhetoric that he throws out is dangerous. Okay. Shout out to my sister Nika for the super chat. Says he shaded me too. I caught it. Why y'all listening to women with husbands that let them be online? Wow, I didn't see that part. They husbands must be a simp because I keep my wife in the background. Wow.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I watched a few of his panels. He has said some shit like that before. Like, he do be saying some slick shit. I'm gonna keep it real. That's why I never understood how some of you niggas could be on those panels and just go on about their day. I'd have been quick to, what, nigga? Fuck it. Hang up. I'm hanging up. Fuck this panel, nigga. You ain't gonna be talking me crazy like that. I don't get it, though. But, you know, it's kind of all a part of the, it's all a part of the program. It's all part of the content they make. They all get into arguments. They all agree on certain stuff. They pick who's gonna get bullied for that day. You know how it go. But yeah, the thing is though, it's like, damn, I wasn't watching him enough to really pick up on some of this shit. But I guess he was just out here just capping this whole time. Damn.
So Anton decided to act like a scorned ex-boyfriend or something. You know, I don't know. It was hella weird. I was like, this is making me uncomfortable.
That's right. You know, why y'all over there supporting her? Because ain't none of y'all clapping. That's right. Mr. Married Man, Mr. I Love the Lord was telling his audience that. So not only was Six the Goddess offended, but so was Danica Marie, who I've had a show with Danica Marie. I've never worked with Six the Goddess before. But what happens is that she was accusing Anton of acting like a scorned ex-boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, making her feel uncomfortable by basically insinuating these sorts of sexual things. Now, don't get me wrong. A woman like Six the Goddess is attractive. Or a woman like Danica Marie is married, but she's an attractive looking woman. And it's one thing.
I mean, also you gotta think of it like this too. He knows the type of audience he has. He knows what type of the way people think, right? They see a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? They already think that most of the women on the panel is fucking them, right? They already think that they fucking them for them to be on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So then it's also like, if he say a little shit like that, he's also playing into it. If you're a married person, you wouldn't want that around your name. Nigga, would you want your wife's name being surrounded by another nigga implying that she done fucked? No. No, you wouldn't. So why are you doing the same thing? You get what I'm saying? So with that, it's like, it's just little kid shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, at this point, he may be lying on his meat, man. Niggas, grown adults, lying on their dick. That shit crazy, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. But that's what happens when you either never got any or you ain't start getting any until you start getting some money. Maybe a little scorn. I don't know.
To understand that there are creators on YouTube that are fine. There are a few more. I don't have to name their names. There are many. But even if you are not a married man, you should never say stuff like that about a fellow female content creator, because we're all in the same business. We're all in the same industry. Now imagine.
Honestly, you can see who has never got any before, bro. You can see who ain't never had no luck with no women. You feel me? It's all there, right? It's how they view it. It's how they view them, how they talk about them. There's a lot of beautiful women in the world, bro. Okay? But a lot of these niggas, they put them on a pedestal. They make it more than what it has to be. Sometimes she just don't rock with you, and that's okay. Go on about your day, my boy. But I'm telling you, man. But when niggas aren't used to being around beautiful people or beautiful women, they take every interaction to heart. You get what I'm saying? I'm not even speaking more so Anton, I'm speaking in general now, kind of like you take the no, they ain't trying to kick it to heart. You take all this shit to heart, right? And then as you know it, you end up like looking like a lame. You end up looking like a nigga who have no type of discipline, no type of emotional intelligence, none of that. Because you let a woman who just happens to be more beautiful than a woman that you usually interact with get you out of character. Treat her like a woman. Treat her like every other woman you would treat. You feel me? And that way you're going to get more respect, because she going to be able to tell, okay, he not treating me, he not putting me on a pedestal. And I don't mean that in a way of like, I don't mean that in a way of like, talking shit to her or treating her crazy. But shit, if you don't open the door for women every day, don't open it now, my nigga. Okay? That's the point I'm trying to say. But it is what it is. People gonna think differently about it. That's my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying?
This is coming from a man who is married. A man who says, we just heard it, he don't cheat on his wife. And we've also heard him talk about the fact that he's not really collaborating with women unless they're giving him the box. And so the reality is that when this lady came out and said this, I'm talking about 3 years ago, and I can now remember it vividly.
3 years ago?
There was some form of backlash against these women, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't hear about any of this 3 years ago. I didn't know who Anton was 3 years ago. So that's another factor too.
Okay, and guys, let me know if I am wrong or about this, but I gotta give Six the Goddess and Danica Marie credit. And here's why I'm gonna give them credit. These are two women that were kind of in the front tier of, speaking up for black men. All right, you got two good-looking women that are calling it down the middle. Now, can they have some takes that somebody doesn't like? Absolutely, they could. But I saw these women as two ladies from the community that called it largely down the middle on the behalf of black men. One of them was married. And I think that around this time, they got some level of disrespect for even coming out against Anton for saying this. And now we see that 3 years later, guess what? Anton Daniels is much larger, but the framework for Anton Daniels' behavior was established way before then. And even on April 11th.
Hey, look, if you get away with something enough times, are you even getting away with it, or are you just doing what you do? Think about it, okay? If that store allows you to steal from it every day, right? They see you, they don't stop you, they never chase you. At this point, nigga, you just getting free shit. At this point, you're not even stealing. Consider it a donation, okay? That may not make no sense, but the point I'm trying to make is that the foundation was already laid there. People defending him without calling it down the middle was already there. So he could keep on doing the same shit. He could keep on saying the same shit. He could keep on acting a certain way but living a different way, you know, because no one checked him on it. Or when he did get checked, people believed him. It's just like with most cases, everything, bro. All right? Some people stick up for you. You're going to feel like it's okay to do it again.
2023. And the problem, like I always say, with these creators, especially these guys who come on the platform, they're chasing the bag and they're chasing polarization and chasing large numbers. The problem is they're saying anything they can say just to get views because it sounds good. They're saying anything that they can to maintain an audience and to build their credibility up. The problem in saying anything to build your credibility up is because you don't chase substance. You're not chasing consistency. You're not chasing steady growth. You're trying to blow up and chase the bag. You have no framework that keeps you solid. You don't have a base. So what you say this week is different what you say.
He just look like a lying ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I don't trust this nigga at all. I'm gonna keep it real.
Last week, which is different than what you said the 2 weeks before, and you're just saying things and things and things every week as you feel to, you know, basically catalyze your audience and get the views and the money up, but your base and your narrative, especially about you and who you are, it changes. At one time, you don't cheat on your wife, you love the Lord, and then next thing you know, your wife know that you got 5 hoes, you stay with the baddie with me. Like, you just continue to contradict yourself. So you don't have anything that holds you down as a person.
He just want to throw that out there just in case anybody seen him with some bitches. Just in case y'all see me with 5 baddies, just know my wife know what's up. That's all he doing. That's all he doing. You gotta see through it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I know how these niggas be moving, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know the mindset. I could cipher through it. I could decipher what he's saying. I could put it in plain words. You're not fooling me. I'll tell you that much. Okay? I didn't see slicker ones get caught. Straight up.
So nobody really knows who Anton Daniels is. Nobody knows what you represent. And so now what we see is you're hypocritical. And it's the same thing that happened with Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor would go around talking about black women. They got all these kids, you know, out of wedlock. They BT 1000s. They're violent. And then what was Tommy Sotomayor doing?
What you doing?
He was clapping, getting all them kids pregnant, having babies by those same women, and then getting upset when people exposed him for continuing to have kids without a marriage.
Woo! What?
That's what happens. He was hypocritical. Same thing with Fresh and Fit. Don't deal with OnlyFans models. OnlyFans models are 304s. They this and that. And then what do we see them doing? Getting exposed from dealing with 304s. Woo! Just saying anything to get clout and get cash, but it's not matching up. And so ultimately, over time, nobody knows who you are. But the reality is that this was already discovered at least 3 years ago. And then there's a number of rumors that I've heard about.
Damn. See, that's the thing, right? They wasn't wrong. They were just too early. That's usually how it goes, bro. That's usually how it goes. That's crazy.
Anton Daniels sleeping with women on the LaPeef network and dealing with chicks on different networks and live streams and falling out with some of their husbands. And I can't substantiate if it's true or not. But what I can tell you is that his behavior is completely different than what he sold us. So guys, what do you think it's your boy?
Nah. So bro was out there really... Hey, shout out O'Shea for the video. You did your thing, bro. Damn, bro. Oh, have the mighty fallen. This is crazy. You know what's crazy? I don't even got nothing against him. You know what I'm saying? Nothing personally against him. Never met the nigga. Never spoke to him before. I definitely seen some of his stuff. Seen some of his panel conversations, you know. But it's like, damn, like, maybe because I was looking at it from a certain way, I couldn't see the lameness until it was all, like, laid out. You feel me? But that's tough, man. That's tough. Bro's supposed to be married for this many years, have a strong family, nuclear family, but you out here clapping all these bitches. Now, if your wife know what's up, do your thing. But you never told us that your wife know what's up. So, it is what it is. You feel me? Grifters are gonna grift until the next grift comes. But as long as he is able to be a raccoon, as long as he is the talking piece for these white supremacists, and he throws in a little bit of black accountability, a little bit of black power in there, she's always gonna have him a little base, man. It is what it is. I'm gone. Peace.